Okay, so when I take a look at this, I see, okay, here right away, my eyes always go right to that midline. I know I have a midline here of -1. So that's going to be my vertical displacement. My vertical displacement will be -1, and I know that the D value is -1. From there, if you can see my mouse here for a sec, I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3 to get to the maximum. And if I went back to -1, I'd go down 1, 2, 3 to get to the minimum. So I know that my amplitude is going to be -3. Then I have to deal with the period. I happen to see a period right here, right away, from here to here. I'm going to just use those minimum points. So if I was to count that, I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I know that 1 tick is pi over 12, and I now have established that my amplitude is 3, my period is pi, and my vertical displacement is -1. So a reminder that the amplitude is going to be your A value. Your period helps you figure out the B value. Remember that it will be 2 pi divided by your period. So 2 pi divided by pi, that means I'm going to have a B value of 2. And I've got a D value of -1. So now the only difference is going to be how I get the phase shift for the sine equation, the cosine equation, the reflective sine, and the reflective cos. So we're going to go through each one of these and just try and find a picture. So let's deal with the sine equation first. You're looking for a picture on this graph where you start at a midline. So you're starting at that -1 line and you're heading up, okay? So try and find that picture on your paper. And the picture I've shown you is right here. Now, you might say, hey, how come I didn't start right here? Or how come I didn't start right here? And all of those are great. All of those would be sine graphs with slightly bigger phase shifts, and all of those would technically be correct. When we draw these equations, though, we always want what we call a minimum phase shift. So we want the starting point that's as close to the y-axis as possible. That way, we'll have the smallest c value that we possibly can make. Okay, so for this guy, if there had been no phase shift, that would have started right on the y-axis. So I've shifted that 1, 2, 3, 4 units left. Now remember, every tick is pi over 12. So that's like 4 pi over 12 to the left. Now we wouldn't write 4 pi over 12, though. We'll reduce that. So 4 pi over 12 reduces to pi over 3, and that's where this equation comes from.